Hi, in this video we'd like to talk about how many doctors, including your doctor, nurses, midwives, believe HG symptoms to be dramatic or exaggerated. They like to use these keywords. And why do they have such outdated misconceptions about HG, which is a very real and deadly disease? Now, here at Antai Hospital, we specialize in the treatment of Hyperemesis Gravidarum, and we know how detrimental, how debilitating this condition is, because we have up to hundreds of patients yearly basis since the past 2 decades, and we realize how severe it is and how there's no form of effective management. That's why we've came up with our own proprietary medication, which is our HG vaccine, and we've seen many patients recover fully and go on to have successful, smooth pregnancies where they fully recover from HG. So we have seen firsthand how these patients are suffering and all the severe symptoms that they've experienced, the trauma, and also the miscarriages that follow when they do not receive timely treatment. This is a very distressing condition. Now, in many hospitals where they don't see as much cases as compared to us here at Antai Hospital, where they don't really have many HG patients because this condition is in fact rare, and if they don't have any specialization in HG treatment and they have no experience in dealing with HG, then when they see HG patients such as yourself, they'll believe that you're actually making up these symptoms. These are psychological and you're exaggerating them, you're being overly dramatic. These are the keywords that they like to describe our patients, and they don't even really offer you any effective management. Sometimes they suggest you to go home and sleep it off, suck on some ice cubes, eat some ice cream, go for a walk, drink some warm water, and have you go home. Until when these patients suffer from dehydration and starvation, and when they collapse at home, and when they are sent to the hospital via ambulance, only then will these doctors take them seriously. That's how undermining and lack of awareness, that's how bad the situation has gone. Not only these doctors are disrespecting these HG patients because they cannot understand and comprehend how terrible it is unless you're a survivor yourself or you're going through it right now. Only doctors who see this firsthand only can know how deadly this is. Furthermore, they can even potentially jeopardize your life and even your baby's life because they do not offer you supplementary support, management to actually give you some form of help. They just send you home and they also mock you because they believe that you're making this up. This is very disrespectful and we do not stand for this. At Antai Hospital, we've also realized that there are certain misconceptions that these doctors carry that leads them to have this type of attitude towards HG. First of all, they believe that HG does not affect the development of the baby. That's why they don't take it so seriously. However, at Antai Hospital, we know that HG is in fact a cause for miscarriage because HG is affecting the mother, and the mother is the external environment of the baby during gestation. So if the mother is not getting proper nutrients, she's not getting her fluids, her foods, and her blood pressure is all over the place, she's not getting a correct balance of electrolytes, and she's not getting the rest that she needs, she's under immense stress both physically and psychologically, this can no doubt cause an effect on the baby. It is a very prominent cause for stillbirth and also threatened miscarriage. Here at Antai Hospital, we've seen that over and over again, and we have managed it via our HG vaccine. So if your doctor says that it doesn't affect your baby, please get another doctor that's willing to take you seriously because it is in fact prominent cause of stillbirth and miscarriage. Secondly, they also believe that HG only lasts until the first trimester, until week 12. So they are now confusing HG with morning sickness, and those two are entirely different. That's why they don't take you seriously and they send you home. Here at the hospital, we know that HG is caused by these H2 receptors that are abnormal and abundant in patients who have HG that is hypersensitive to HCG. As long as HCG is present in your system, which will be present during the entire pregnancy, Hyperemesis gravidarum will be present. So it will not cease during week 12. In fact, it will last throughout the entire pregnancy. period. And that's a very long time to be under such amount of stress and trauma, especially how severe the symptoms of HG are. And many HG survivors, our previous HG patients, they can testify to this because they've been vomiting and under nausea and under sleepiness for entire 9 months of pregnancy. These are all testimonies from our patients. This is how severe it gets. So if it lasts until week 12, it's definitely not HG, because HG will very likely carry on all the way until the end of your pregnancy, because the receptors are present and ACG is present. That's why our treatment is so effective, because we block the receptors from binding with ACG, and that's why we can see a very quick recovery for our patients who seek our treatment. Furthermore, they also believe that HG cannot cause or doesn't pose any risk to the mother's life. So HG is a debilitating condition, and it depletes the mothers of her nutrients because she's vomiting constantly and she's under constant nausea. This can affect her appetite. Furthermore, it can also cause her to have constipation, which means it will accumulate a lot of waste products in her body, thus accumulating some toxicity in her body. Furthermore, she cannot drink, she cannot eat, she cannot put down any medication. She will lose severe amounts of weight and also a lot of body fat. Furthermore, this will actually cause another vicious cycle known as ketoacidosis, where the violent vomiting actually increases and it leads to another rapid loss of weight. So it's a vicious cycle, and this can cause several complications where she will have heart problems, liver failure, kidney failure, and also heartburn, low blood pressure, and also some mental aspects as well. For example, she'll experience deep depression. All of these can contribute and threaten the mother's life if not taken seriously, or if she doesn't receive any proper management in time, because she's also carrying a pregnancy at the same time. So there's an immense amount of stress on her body. Although death associated with HG is rare, they do happen, and they can significantly increase if no management is taken timely, especially for severe HG patients, and especially when doctors don't take them seriously and send them home. So with all these misconceptions, that's why they rarely take HG patients seriously, and eventually it leads to either pregnancy loss or maternal death. And these are all avoidable at an Antai hospital. So if you'd like to seek proper treatment where doctors actually take you seriously for what your condition is, Antai Hospital is a hospital that you should consider, because we do specialize in HG treatment and prevention. This condition, in fact, can be cured and can be prevented with our proprietary HG vaccine. You can take it before pregnancy if you want to ensure smooth, non-HG affected pregnancy. This is actually possible if you receive and follow our instructions accordingly. However, if you already have symptoms, you can still receive this treatment and also enjoy a smooth remaining pregnancy. This is all possible with Antai Hospital's 20 years of experience and research, and with our HG vaccine, which is a revolutionary cure for Hyperemesis Gravidarum. So if you'd like to find out more information, or if you're interested in our treatment before you go on to your next pregnancy journey, please get in touch with us via the website. Let's set up a consultation and make arrangements happen for you to receive this treatment and enjoy a smooth pregnancy that you deserve. Stay tuned to the next one, and also leave me some comments down below.